Hi, this is Mark in the Brownworks Woodshop, and today we're going to make Christmas ornaments. And I want to show you one of the tools that I use to do all my engraving. And we're not going to go into all the details, but I'm going to show you a little bit of some of the functionality. And the tool is called LightBurn. And it's a tool that I can bring in images and set different laser engraving settings and send it off to the engraver. So first thing we're going to do for our Christmas ornament is find an image that we're going to put on our ornament. So I have this one picked out. Now your image may not be the right size. We want this Christmas ornament maybe about 3.5 inches, in that ballpark. So we're going to size this down. Okay. Alright, now we need to put a border around this. And one of the things I need to do, since this is an image, I need to put like a circle around this. And one of the ways of doing this is by tracing this image. So we're going to trace around it. Okay, so it has a neat tool to trace. So that actually gave me a little outline of that image. Now I only wanted the outside, so I'm going to break that trace down, ungroup it. So that, let me zoom in here. And I just want to grab the outside line here. That's this outside circle. And then I want to put a border around that. So it doesn't have to be much. This is 3.5 millimeters. That looks good. Okay. Now you see over here on the right, it's kept track of different layers, and you can set the laser to different settings on your different layers. So we're going to have the image. That's what we brought in first, and that's set, and these settings are going to be different for whatever your laser is. So that's a good setting just to engrave, not cut through. And then when we drew the outline around it, it gave it another layer that we don't care about this layer at this point, but we do care about this outside line. So I need to make this outside line a different layer. Okay. So that little blue layer now has its own settings. And one thing about LightBurn is it keeps track of, the previous time you used that particular layer, the settings. So this is a good setting for this laser to cut the material that I'm using. So it has a lower speed and a higher laser power. That's going to be able to cut through, versus the image, which is not going to cut through. It's a higher speed and a little bit lower power, so it's just going to engrave on top. Okay, so now we have a border. So let's put our little hook on top. Let's just draw a circle. Let's draw it up here. Literally draws an oval, but let's turn that into a circle. And let's make it 15 millimeters by 15 millimeters. Now we want to line that over top of here. so we can take that and click this and say, I want that centered over top. Now you use your arrows to move that down. We want to connect that a little bit at some point. Now we need a center. We need this to be hollow, so we need to put a little center in here. So let's do the same thing and do a border, an offset, and instead of going outside, let's go inward. About 3.5 millimeters sounds good for right now. Okay. Now in the cutting operation, I want to join these two here so that they don't cut apart from each other. I want to merge those two together. And in the cutting operation, I actually want to cut this circle out first and then the outside. So I can give that a different layer. And I can change the order of these layers of what it does. So it's going to laser the image first. Then it would do the outline that we did, but we're going to turn that off. We only want to see that. Then it's going to do the inside circle and then the outside circle. At this point, we save our file. And we can send that down to the laser. So we're going to do that, and then let's go over to the laser and see our project happen. We're going to make our ornament out of this piece of, it's an 1/8 inch piece of wood. We've already prepared it and painted it a nice red with enamel paint. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut it out of our ornament out of this wood. We're also going to inlay it with some green. I think we'll make the image and the lettering green. So what we're going to do to prepare that is we're going to put some masking tape over top of it to start with. And then once we're all done, you'll see the results. We finished all the cleanup, cleaned it up really nice.
Put the year on the back side, logo on the front side. We put a good gloss coat on it, good protective coat. So these will now be ready to ship out to our friend Jason at the Texas Gun Vault. You can go and visit his channel. He actually has 2 channels, Texas Gun Vault and the Texas Gun Vault 2. So if you want to see more projects that we do in our wood shop, please subscribe, and I thank you, and bye for now.